Hiya, welcome back to the channel. This week we are talking about what I teased so many times last week, and that is how to optimize your social media profile. We're going to first go over the 4 main components that can be optimized across any social media platform, and then we're going to dive deep into each social media platform and talk about the optimizing tips that surround that platform. So without further ado, let's jump into the computer and get into it. Social media optimization is so important for helping you be able to gain visibility with your profiles on the platforms and on Google as well. So as we mentioned last week, we know how to be able to look and see if our profiles are ranking high, not only inside of the platforms, but on things like Google as well. And today we're going to specifically just be talking about ways that you can optimize your profile to be gaining the visibility that you want and really letting the platforms doing the heavy lifting for you, which is putting you in front of your audience or community or your ideal client, if you will. So there are 4 main parts for optimization, no matter which platform that we are talking about: username, name line, bio copy, and link in bio. No matter which social media platform we are talking about, they have these components built into them. So let's talk about username first. We want it to be simple. We want it to be relevant, and it's got to include keywords. So if you are a small business owner, it should be your business name. If you are an influencer or somebody who is a professional service, like a realtor or something like that, and you go by your first and last name as your professional business, then of course we want it to be that for best searchability and being able to best categorize you inside of things like Google. But the one main thing is we want to make sure that our usernames match across all of our social media platforms. By making sure that everything is the same, it can be great for being able to search on different platforms and allowing your audience to find you on the platform that they consume content on. So the next piece is your name lines. Just so you can see, on TikTok, it's here up at the top, and on Instagram, it's down here underneath your profile photo. So you want to make sure that your name line is describing who you are or what you do using keywords. So as you can see, my Instagram profile says social media strategist, and actually I have updated my TikTok profile since then, and it does say social media strategist there as well. So just making sure that it speaks to the keywords that you want your ideal client to be searching so that you come up for those. Now, bio copy is a little bit tricky because each platform gives different character limits for your bio copy. As you can see, TikTok gives a very, very, very small bio copy character limit. So I actually have changed this. I changed the emojis to say Hiya because that's my intro to everything. And then this is pretty much still the same. However, as you can see, Instagram gives us a lot more character limits and allows us to be able to put more in there. So I'm allowed to say things like class is now in session because we have that course, helping you speak to your ideal client on social media because that's what we do. And then I let people know in that next line, call to action. Are we pushing towards our template right now? Are we pushing towards seats in our course? What is it that we're looking to capitalize on? And that is what is there. And then at the bottom, underneath that, where it says more, you can click on that and it will say social media agency as well. So that keyword does get picked up as well. So your bio copy can be different across platforms, but you want to make sure that it's still speaking to your ideal client and has a call to action in mind that incites them to be able to do something. Link in bio is another really important thing because it's directing your audience or community where you want them to go. So in the last video, we talked about how social media is really a great thing for visibility and awareness, but you should be pushing towards something else, whether that be your newsletter, your blog, coming into your community or services, whatever that looks like. That's what you should be linking inside of your social media platform, is where you're pushing them to gain more information and come deeper into your community. So let's break it down by platform. Let's start with TikTok, my favorite platform. TikTok has a very short and engaging bio like we just talked about. So we want to make sure that we are very, very strategic with what we are putting in there. So as an example, I gave you guys fitness coach, and then I put this line break here to help you see that you would drop down a line, and it says helping you master flexibility in 15 minutes, right? So it says who they are, and it gives a great call to action that is speaking directly to their target audience. So TikTok is very very limited in its characters for your bio. So I want to highly recommend that you're tapping into things like your name line, your username, and your link in bio to really help tie up your SEO efforts together. And of course, making sure that inside of your captions and your text on screen, you're infusing those keywords as well. Next up, we have Instagram. So Instagram, again, that name line and bio are absolutely critical. So making sure that you're not only using keywords, but if you're a location-based business, meaning that you don't work remotely across the country or internationally, then it's really, really good for you to be able to, in that name line, add a slash and put what areas you service. So Greater Los Angeles or New York City or even something like Austin, Texas can be really helpful in letting people know where you are. So just an example here, we've kind of built you guys, again, these slashes are just for line you to be able to see. So yogi teacher, helping Disney pros slow, and then Austin, Texas, right? So just really making sure that we're honing in on those keywords that will help your audience find you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Instagram has a lot more capabilities inside of it for SEO than some of the others because it has a lot more areas for you to be able to post. So you want to make sure that you're tapping into these highlights here and really making sure that you're putting some keyword information in there so that people can be able to find you. Next up, Facebook. Your Facebook description should reflect what it is that you do and who you are speaking to. Make sure that the link points to your lead page, whether that be your website, your blog, your newsletter, whatever it is that you are trying to capture people on, make sure that it is leading them there. So here's a great example of a copy that will really help you be able to tap in. Certified fitness coach helping professionals improve flexibility. Check out my free resources. You have a lot more characters available here in Facebook, so make sure that it sounds more paragraphical than something that's more broken up like we do on TikTok and Instagram because we're so limited in characters. Really tap in here and make sure that it is a little bit thicker and, like I said, more of a paragraph style. LinkedIn, a lot of different areas for SEO. The one thing I really want to point you guys towards is this headline. So as you can see, we've tapped into a keyword breakdown for our name line, but you could also be able to tap into more of something that is sentenceal, like, you know, in the Instagram bios where it's sentence by sentence. So just as an example, certified yoga coach, flexibility and wellness expert for busy professionals. So she says what it is that she does, who she helps, and the ways that she's actually helping them through flexibility and being a wellness expert. So I highly recommend playing around here and see what works for you. I will tell you that LinkedIn, the reason that LinkedIn profiles rank higher than other social media platforms sometimes is because the SEO capabilities are a lot greater because the character limits are a lot greater. So you're able to infuse a lot more into your profile and talk about your accomplishments, your skills, and it can be a really great thing for linking inside of Google and really connecting the dots and being able to showcase you. So if you are considering putting LinkedIn into your social media strategy, whether as your primary or your secondary platform, I highly tapping into the SEO capabilities of this platform because it can truly be something that ranks very high for you in Google, especially if it's connected to your business and you personally. It can just be so great to be able to tie it all in together. YouTube now is another great platform for SEO because, again, you have a long character limit in the sense of the descriptions and the titles that go into making the videos. So you can be able to really optimize your not only channel description, but also each video with SEO and your niche keywords that will help you rank higher, not only with your videos, but your platform and profile as well. So just as an example, make sure your video descriptions are keyword rich and point viewers towards your resources. So I am very specific inside of my bio. I make sure that my channel description, I make sure that it is infused with my tone and sounds like me as a millennial woman who loves to use her hands while she talks and explain things in a certain way. So I've made sure that it sounds just like me and that it points directly to my link in bio page, which has a lot of different links that are organized and set up in a way to be able to grab what it is that you need. Do you need my template quickly? Do you need to get to my YouTube videos? Do you need to be able to grab a one-on-one session with me? All of those links are there and organized for a really quick, easy, and enjoyable experience for my ideal client. When it comes to YouTube, you really want to make sure that you are making your descriptions as long as possible and having as much inside of there to again be able to be picked up by things like Google and really allow you to rank high for your social media platforms. That is all we have today for you guys on profile optimization. What questions do you have? What platforms didn't I go over that you would love to see me touch more on? I would love to be able to speak directly to your questions and things that you would like to see me bring into the channel. And like I said last week, who knows? Your question could be something that gets picked for a future topic or even be something that we touch on inside of YouTube Shorts or TikTok as well. So thank you so much for being here. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments section, and I hope to see you next week where we're going to be diving deep into the content strategy, what everybody wants to know about. Bye.